Hello there and welcome back to PrintShift. One way to get more out of your part-ejecting 3D printer is to put it on the cloud. The benefit of the cloud service is that it puts your 3D printer online so that you can monitor it remotely and even start prints. There are, of course, other ways to do this, like tunneling through your router, but the cloud takes care of security and configuration headaches, and many of them offer advanced features. Today I'm talking about the use and installation of Autodrop3D. We're doing a deep dive on this particular cloud printing service. Autodrop3D is the only part ejection aware cloud service that I am aware of. It's a bit rough around the edges, but I'm hoping that calling attention to it, getting it more users, where you guys will come in, will help speed up the improvement of the service. Right now, Autodrop3D is free for personal use and offers printers the ability to charge for external prints in their machines. More on that later. Autodrop3D can be installed on its own as an Octoprint replacement or as an Octoprint plugin. Personally, I like the plugin approach as the most flexible. That way you can use other services at the same time, and it has a nice toggle to turn the Autodrop3D off. So if you're using the printer, you turn it off and it won't randomly grab prints from the cloud. They also will sell a Pi with Autodrop pre-installed, and they even sell two versions of part ejection Kossel printers. They have a cool push ejector. Worth checking out, certainly. The goal of this is to open up my printer to test prints from anywhere in the world. I've also fired up a streaming option so we can keep an eye on it. You can share your creation as it's being printed. I'm expecting people to use it to send messages or other sillier things. I've been on the internet before. Anyways, before installing the Autodrop3D plugin, you do need Python 3. If you're running the latest Octoprint, OctoPi 0.18, you have Python 3 as your default. If not, I'd really recommend you save all your settings, load up 0.18, and then restore your settings. Very quick and easy. I did that on my older machines to get them up to speed. Come on, cat. We're all waiting on you. Alright, so how do you install the plugin for Autodrop3D? Go to the GitHub Autodrop3D, copy that guy over, Octoprint, settings, plugin manager, more plugins, always more. It's not actually in the plugin repository, but you can install it straight from here. It takes just a few seconds. And you do need to restart. Make sure you're not printing when you restart. Install this on Immortan. It's already was running on cannon fodder that was written earlier. Once you do have the Autodrop installed, it's going to go in the background there. The setup of the Autodrop is a pretty big boondoggle. First thing you need is an organization. You add devices or your printers, use it as yourself. You do need a location if you're going to print anything. I have one location, it's my house. Not sure why there's a tooltip there. Once you have devices, cannon fodder is here. I'm going to look up the UID we need. Autodrop3D. This is your symbol. Right now it's turned on. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. So now I'm not accepting jobs from the cloud. Now I am. If you click this guy, open link, but that gets you. However, you do need to go to settings, Autodrop3D. What's this device's ID? API key is anything you decide. Auto eject active, yes it is. Nothing we need to worry about. So you can add custom eject script in there. We're putting it in the G-code, so we don't need to worry about that. The ID is actually obtained from Autodrop. So I went to cannon fodder, and I did the clone device. I made pending, so we're going to rename him to Immortan. Save that. The start and end G-code, anything specific to the printer goes in here. A few odd things, like repositioning the print head because Autodrop thinks everything is a Delta printer. So I actually just tell the printer that the center is 00, and then in the NG code I tell it, hey, by the way, the center is no longer 00. Simply moving there and running the G92. Bit of workaround. So we have the API key, lizard, and the ID here. And as you save that, it should be good to go. Toggle that, we'll see if we... And now we're online. Does not seem to be a way to delete device. Once the other, you have the cam profiles. This is a Cura config file, which is the only option for cam when you're creating a device, or when you're printing a part, you're choosing from cam on here. This guy is set for very safe settings with fairly thick wrap, relatively slow print speed, and high layer heights. Chrome is judging us. You have a queue of completed parts. Your organization has a set of parts preloaded in. A little exciting. First, I'm going to print one of the Cali cats. Immortan doesn't have a camera, or it doesn't have a light on its camera, so wow, that's dark. Yeah, the setup is a little bit non-trivial in that you need to set a location, users, devices, profiles. The Autodrop has basically every box checked, but it's a little bit less intuitive than you'd really enjoy. You go to the Autodrop Cloud and log into your account. You have your parts, devices, users, locations, profiles, orders, and the queue. The queue is all your parts. Order is also all your parts. It's basically before anything goes to the queue, it becomes an order. The org profiles are your slicer settings. So the slicer involved is only Cura, and it's not clear what version it is. I'd like to see a little more information on that. Users, whoever's in your organization. Devices are your 3D printers. I haven't found a way to delete a device, so I have 3, even though we just set up our second. And parts are the things that you can 3D print. So generally, if you want to make a part, you can create a new part, or you can upload an STL file. I'm going to upload one of the Escher lizards, previewing the G-code. I mean, we could look at the slicer settings straight up, but I prefer this. Seems to be too many raft layers in there, but in general, I use Autodrop for printing random parts from far away, so I'm always saying use a raft, use support material. You can also view your part in 3D. He looks oddly hollow. I always love, like, all the normals are inverted on this STL according to their viewer. Cool look though. But in order to print, you're going to choose what it is, create an order, choose a place to your order, create the order, approve the order. Are you sure? Yep, let's roll. Now you're done. So we'll print on Paul's house. It hasn't been assigned to a printer yet. We look at the queue. What's printing? Oh, the job is on the machine. It's on Immortan. We go over to Immortan. Let's go in there and turn on the lights so we can see what's up. This is our straight up Octoprint, which is available only because I'm at home on my local network. We've already started the print. If you look in the Autodrop3D folder, you see it's uploaded these guys, which if you look in Autodrop3D, you've got the same ID, but it is automatically starting a print and getting her going. I do want to show off more on the parts. If you create a new part, say it's named Frank, there's an editor. The editor is based on the modeling method, Mesh Editor. It has a sculptor built in. Go back to the part details, change the modeling method to OpenSCAD, click Save, hit the editor again, you have OpenSCAD. That's better, isn't it? When you hit Save, it will render your part. And why not create an order? And when we approve it, go over to the queue. Not on a machine yet. Oh, there it goes. Now it's going to go on Cannon Fodder, which is the printer that's over on Twitch. Hasn't quite started yet, but it should soon. There's a third, the JSketcher. 3 different modeling systems built in, all of them a little bit iffy on using, but this is a full JSketcher implementation. That's a full parametric modeling system built in JavaScript. I have tried to work on this, and it's a little bit rough. I have put my printer in public so that anyone can view it over on the Twitch TV/Panion. One more thing to show. We have a variety of materials. We have an external price of quarter for machine for public ordering. This will let you order or receive orders from the public and charge, I think it's 25 cents a cubic centimeter to print. I'm not going to go free because we do want to support Autodrop. So you can see on the queue we have 2 jobs on the machine, both running. If we add another job to the queue, it will kick off on whichever machine finishes first. Go back to parts. Let's get some lizards going. Create an order. My house, create order. Approve that. I think we need more than 1 lizard. So then we look on our queue and we have 4 of those created. And they will alternate whichever machine finishes first. We'll get the next print. It's a very nice system that works pretty well end to end. It's pretty rough, which is why I like to get more folks on it, more folks using it. One of the ways Autodrop3D is supported is by folks purchasing prints on other printers. In order to support that without going through the trouble of becoming an actual print service, I throw the printer up on Twitch so you can go find Paul's house, run a print, grab the video, and hopefully print something silly instead of simply inappropriate. But we'll see how it goes. I'm going to keep the Twitch stream recording and keep the recordings, compact them in, throw up summaries on YouTube if we get anything interesting going, but wanted to kind of throw it out there and demonstrate a cool tool. For a lot of the times, I'm going to be using continuous print, and if I need 1,000 of something, I'm going to tweak the slice and the profile on that as best I can. Instead of printing one tiny thing in the middle of the bed, I fill the bed up, I eject them all at once, saves time. But I like having Autodrop3D on there, so when I get an idea in my office, when I get something I want to print from far away, I can fire that up I can kick it off. I can see how it goes. Anyways, hope you find it interesting. Autodrop's a good thing to support. Happy printing, guys.